Hello and welcome back to Coffee Talk. I got it right that time. For some reason, seem to say coffee shop. The name of the shop is even called Coffee Talk. So, we're on Sunday, October the 4th, and it's really coming down out there. Evening Whispers. It's a free paper. Police raid on private Coachella after party is the biggest drug and sex-related bust of the year. Fight broke out during Coachella, culprits in police custody. Despite the arrest, Coachella will go on. Yay! There's Freya. And someone else? Oh wait. I gotta look at the Evening Whispers story thing. Happily ever after. Part 3. Romeo comes awake with a gasp, his mind already whirling as he tries to make sense of what's happening. Was it just a dream? He thinks, please forgive him, dear readers, he's barely awake. He has no idea how or when he got home, but he's still wearing yesterday's clothes, and he experienced the uncomfortable feeling that comes with waking after falling asleep fully dressed. Then remembers, Juliet, what happened to her? He rifles through blankets and pockets until he finds his cell phone and immediately fires off a message to her. He won't admit it, will barely remember it through the haze of panic, but he spends the next 14 minutes and 10 seconds staring fixedly at it until it vibrates into his hand and he drops it to the floor. Romeo! Juliet's voice is muffled by the carpet. He doesn't think he's ever been so relieved to hear it. Where are you? Are you alright? I'm fine. What about you? I'm okay. We need to talk. Something's definitely different. Romeo opens his mouth to agree before he even realizes how he feels. He's been so weighed down by his feelings for so long he hasn't noticed that something changed until Juliet brought it up. Waking up has been bad for so long, but today he feels different. Today he feels good. When Romeo arrives at the coffee shop, they're at a coffee shop. How neat. Juliet is already there. She waits while he orders an Americano, patiently sipping her orange juice until he joins her. Orange juice? Jeez. Buy some coffee, man. You're at a coffee shop. To buy orange juice there? Jeez. So, Romeo says as he seats himself opposite Juliet. What happened last night? She shakes her head, the picture of an honest confusion. I'm not sure, but I kind of I felt kind of light when I woke up this morning. Yeah, that's a good way of describing it. I feel like part of me is missing. She nods in agreement and they're quiet for a time. Juliet plays with her straw, the paper melting quickly in icy remnants of her drink. She trails off, tries again. Do you actually remember what happened last night? Kind of. He frowns and grimaces. I'm not sure, though. How do you feel about me now? Asked Juliet. He pauses to consider. I don't know. I still like you a lot, in fact, but it's certainly a different kind of feeling, too. To the last few months, that's exactly how I feel. He sighs explosively. What the hell happened? Juliet leans in, holds his gaze, lowers her voice. I'm not sure myself, but I have this theory. Maybe, and I know it sounds wild, but hear me out. Just maybe the parts of us that fell in love with each other somehow left us that last night. They separated themselves from this world and making their own where time loops an exact moment over and over and over again. Romeo looks into her eye without blinking for a long moment. then burst out laughing. You're a complete mad woman, you know that? That's just you're not even the one who likes sci-fi and fantasy. Oh, shut up, boyo. Who says boyo? She huffs at him and crosses her arms and as she leans back. No, seriously. He waves a hand at her. The fact that create theory came out of your mouth is even crazier than the theory itself. Her lip twitches and then she's laughing with him. And for a glorious moment, the air is filled with pure, uncomplicated good humor. When the laughter winds down, they each find that they can't stop grinning at each other, at the other, and it's beautiful and just like it used to be. Thought occurs to Romeo, and he opens his mouth, and Juliet immediately points a finger at him. Shut up. He closes his mouth but keeps grinning. Hands help up in surrender. Shouldn't mean held up. You can't say it isn't possible, though. She defends herself with a wry shrug. Romeo tilts his head. Nothing is impossible. So, what now? What now? What? I mean, what happens to us? He looks around and shrugs. We just live normally, I guess. It's been months, if not eons, since I could talk to you normally like this, and honestly, it feels awesome. She laughs, and it's so much easier than it has been in a long time. Yeah, I know. She smiles at him. So we're good then. We're better than good, I guess, answers Romeo. Good point, Juliet nods. Well made. After that, life goes on for Romeo and Juliet. They're still good friends. They both found their loves, the one who shares their interests. That doesn't force them to sacrifice too many things in life, yet still makes them feel like the happiest person on earth. That was a long sentence. They grow old together as good friends, not as lovers. And what about Romeo and Juliet, who burn with love with each other? Readers, I'll tell you that couple is still sitting in their bench in the park on the clear and perfect night, and they'll stay there until the end of time. They've created their own world without other people meddling, judging, forcing compromises. For the rest of eternity, they'll have each other in their pure, naive, young love, and nothing will ever change that. Some people say that on a clear night with the promise of dawn rain, when the Milky Way flows across the sky and the full moon hangs low, you can see a young couple sitting in the bench in the park. Wanted to so badly to finish that sentence, I combined all of the words. But only out of the corner of your eye, and only if you've room for romance in your whole soul. Is it true, you ask me? Does it matter, I reply? Surely it doesn't matter to anyone on Earth, and certainly doesn't matter to them. Well, that was a good story. I guess it's got a good ending, but the characters don't end up together, which seems like it would be sad, but they have that moment, I guess. And that's what's important. It's just that moment that they had together when they were in love and sitting on the bench, I guess. But good story. And I guess, yeah, that was the end of it, so I still don't understand why this. Yeah, it still says Freya's writing these stories, and she's got fired from her job. But let's talk to her. Welcome. Oh, I thought I was saying welcome to Freya. Hey, Pop. Good evening, everyone. Everyone's safe and sound tonight? So far, so good, officer. With a cop who's supposed to be watching this area hanging out in a coffee shop. I'm not so sure about that. Hey, I'm working right now. Puff, puff. I just love multitasking, you know? That requires skill. Taking a break from working at the same time, you mean? You know it. That's an oxymoron. Puff, puff. I like the smoke effects. That's why I said it requires skill. Anyway, Smelvin. Really need an espresso to keep me awake tonight. That's the easiest thing and the best thing that I make. Ding! Here you go. An energetic espresso to keep our officer upright on patrol. Your sense of humor. Your espressos are always out of this world. That's my secret ingredient, coffee. Definitely better than mine or my wife's. Not a competition, officer. Ha, it is for her. She thought if she could make a better one, I'd stop coming to this place so often. That's not happening anytime soon. So, anything special today? Surprisingly, no. Gotta make sure this place is safe, though. What are you grinning about? What is she grinning about? I mean it. You were here the last 2 days, right? How does he know? He wasn't here, was he? Yes, I was. Some crazy things happened here. And 2 days in a row. It's always interesting here in the coffee shop. As if the gods were trying to give me a first-hand experience to use in my stories. My story. Still fretting over your story, eh? Well, the deadline for my draft is getting nearer. Oh yeah. How's it going? Quality-wise, it's shaping up pretty well. Quality-wise? Or did she say quantity? Yeah, quantity-wise. Whoops. Quality-wise, honestly, I'm pretty confident. Best of luck then. Do you have any updates about the last 2 days of chaos? For the Wellworth case, I spoke to Gala about it. What? Are you going to arrest him? Some officers at the precinct were talking about it, but in the end, we agreed not to do it. Because he really helped a lot that night. We asked the folks in the hospital and some other people in the area. Without him, we'd have had a lot more problems. He helped a lot, getting most of the werewolves safe in the hospital. Too bad he couldn't lock himself up in time. Thankfully, he didn't hurt anyone. So those who would rather detain him can't do anything anyway. Phew. I'd be pretty mad if they did arrest him. Hey, being mad at me wouldn't solve anything. I know. That's Freya. What about Rachel's dad? Any idea what happened? I'm not too sure myself. Most of it didn't happen around here. What? Yeah, it seems like it happened out near Coachella. That's a long way away. I mean, it's not actually that far. But he wouldn't be able to walk it, not in that state. So far, that's all I know. Welcome. Rachel? Rachel! What's happened to your dad, Rachel? We'd all like to know. Look at her worried face. Rachel, is Mr. Hendry alright? Before that, could I have a cup of hot chocolate, dark? I'm assuming that's just 3 chocolates. Because that would make it dark. Dark, dark, dark. Dark chocolate. I was right. It's an easy drink to make. Your hot chocolate's ready. Thank you. Dad's gonna be fine. He woke up this afternoon. Thanks to Mr. Gala. He got... Oh, I got an achievement. Father and daughter. Thought I already got that achievement. He got help fast to stop things getting worse. He's doing okay then. It'll take a few days before he fully recovers. But no permanent injuries we need to worry about. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. God, what's wrong with my voice? That's good to hear. I know. But still, it's all because of me. Because I didn't listen to him. Damn right. Listen to your elders, kid. They know everything. No, not really. When all I wanted to do was protect me. Rachel, don't blame yourself for this. Please don't take offense. But it's okay for you to leave your father alone in the hospital. Is it okay? His friends are there at the moment. And I can't face being stuck in a room with a bunch of people I don't even know right now. Besides, I really need to get away for a bit. You're always welcome in the coffee talk. I want to say coffee shop. In the coffee talk sounds weird. So I told her I'm gonna visit coffee talk to get some fresh air. She said coffee talk too. He's okay with that. He understands. He always does, I guess. Miss Rachel, what really happened last night? Dad got into a fight with some thugs. Oh, that was in the newspaper. There was a fight. Thugs were arrested, I guess. He heard them talking about me in some very suggestive, perverted ways. Oh. He didn't like that, of course. So he morphed into his cat form and started a fight with the thugs. Man, he started that fight? Why would he change into a cat? What advantage would that give him? Oh, she said, why did he morph? Why did he morph? So people wouldn't see what his human form looked like. And linked him directly to me. Some cops went to the crime scene. They found some eyewitnesses to testify. And they managed to find the thugs. Are they fans of yours? No. It's been even worse. They work for Mr. Lester. What? Oh boy. The reason why it didn't take long for the cops to find them was because they were already under arrest. Because the party went too far last night. Well, how did it all connect up? They're Mr. Lester's bodyguards. Wow. They were chilling after the show, having a pre-party before the big one. You guys know, and you know about guys and locker room talk, right? Yeah. Well, that's what they were doing. That was the topic of discussion. So there's that. Sorry to hear that. And you were right about this party. I'm glad I wasn't there. You were right? You were right. Okay. Just had to check that. Once again, I owe Dad for... Hey, it's okay. The most important thing right now is that you're safe. And your dad made it through. I should have listened to him. He might be out of touch, but he's still way more experienced than me. And he's my father. I wish Mom was here. She'd know what to do. She'd know what to say to Dad when he's recovered. You know what? I'm sure you know what to do. You're an adult, remember? But I know, but I don't know. All I know is I have to be there for when he... That's it. That's all you have to do. It might be weird to hear about it from someone, hear about it, something come from Freya. What? Might be weird to hear it about something coming from Freya, but she is right. Okay, I guess I get that. It just really seemed weird how you put that. Be there when he needs you, Rachel. And whenever you need a breath of fresh air, come here and relax for a while. Here at the Coffee Talk. Come join us. Sounds like a commercial. Guys, thank you. I've had enough fresh air for one day. I'll go back to the hospital now. Thank you for the update, Miss Rachel. I wish your father a speedy recovery. Thank you, Smelvin. What's up? Man, what a weekend. Pretty crazy, I know. Anyway, I've got to continue my patrol. It's been a pretty weird weekend. One more puff of the cigarettes. But overall, things are still safe around here. But even with that, never let your guard down, okay? No problem, officer. Thank you for checking up on us. Thank you for checking up on us, Officer Georgie. Okay then, see you. Goodbye, everybody. Just Freya and me. Are you going to leave us as well, Miss Freya? I mean Freya. Doesn't call her Miss Freya. I don't think so. I've had enough rest. I have stories to write. You're not tired? Yeah, she doesn't look tired like she did before. I guess she's been sleeping. Definitely not. In fact, I think I can get it done today. Alright. I won't bother you then. Oh, you're never a bother. I seem to have the case of the burps. Sorry. Besides, this whole book project would never have existed without this place. I know you're writing down everything that happens here. Kind of annoying. And you. So thank you. Pleasure was mine. Now, I'm sure you shouldn't spend any more time on chit-chat. Got a book to finish. Hee. No problem, boss. Oh, that's the end. Italian Delight. Alright. Well, that was it for this Coffee Talk episode. Hope you enjoyed everything, and I think we're getting close to the end. Excuse me. My voice is getting a little dry, so I'm going to get something to drink, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.